Ah, we're on screen. Take two. Why take two? We already started. No, I had to leave my house to get here. You're taking two. Time for my break. Okay, before we begin, I have to do something here on screen. Okay, hold on a second. Indian Reserves. Indian Reserves, we go here, and what do we get? Okay, the first one I got is the Indian List Reserves, okay, in Alberta, okay. White Court, Allison Bay, Amber River, Asino River, Beaver Lake, Beaver Ranch, Bistro Lake, Blood, Moose River, Charlotte Lake Settlement, Child Lake, Chippewa, Clear Hills, Cold Lake, Collins Lake, Copper Lake, Devil's Gate, Dog's Head, Drift Pole, Drift Pile River, Duncan's 151, and it goes on and on and on. When they sang, "This land is your land, this land is my land," from I don't know where, because I don't know better. I went to school and all I learned was there's 9 provinces. 1 province for every single planet in the universe. And then we have the Bay, okay, the Baffin Bay, the Bay of Fundy, and we have all these things. What I'm trying to get to, okay, and I should have really studied all this, but you know what? I came to the formation. They say if you want to reset, go back to the beginning. So I reset and I went back to the beginning, but guess what? It was my beginning. That's not the beginning I want. The beginning of the internal of myself is the balance of the understanding of the true bottom floor, garage, parking area, rats and stars under the ground. I know I'm going to jump off the Indians for a second, but this is the way I see the world. During the day, they put on the light inside. These are the night stars. During the day, you see the day stars. It's 2 different worlds, night and day. God said He's going to split it, and that's how He did it. It turns around, a cover, and one part is always covered. That's why we drag that sunlight. Now, this is only hypothesis, and I could be 100% wrong, but that's not the point. The point is that we are open to another vision of a possibility. Do you know why? Because the minute your mind is open to that vision of possibilities, when you bump into your own coincidence that reflects onto this, you're going to say, wow, now they go together. That's right. Everything in this world is like paper, is like shredded paper, and we have to put it all back together. So who knows best than the man with the feather, the Indian? If we are to be saved, they are all over Canada, these Indians. Okay, and I'm quite sure they're up to date. If they're not up to date, let me tell you the way it works. The continuation of July's moon comes to be a full moon in August, giving August a second moon. Although it's not a starting second moon, there's only one first moon in August, a starting moon to an ending of one moon in the month of August. And we might get to the last day. It's 3 days, 28. We might even squeeze it into September and get 3 months out of this. That would be really crazy. Connecting moons inside the same area of 30 and 31 days. You can go back, you can go forward, then you're in between. The Indians, my friend, is the way to go. 13 moons a year. And there went my keyboard. 13 moons a year, 28 days, secondary world of the 8th heaven. I call it the beta heaven. It's the 8 card. You see the 2 dots in the center of the card. 28. 28 times 10 is 280 or 40 weeks. So there's a different kind of 10 in this scenario. Don't forget, the pregnancy is 273, 39 weeks. And then if it's 40 weeks, which is really not But I do want to know the terminology about that because I'm working on, actually they're both the same thing because even in 40 weeks, it makes the four corners of omega. Okay? The minute it is the 40 weeks, right, it automatically drops down to 10 again. Why is that? Because when you go all the way around Monopoly, back to the beginning, you're only on 1. But you completed the 40. It's just like on the clock when the seconds tick through the 1 and 2 on the 12 and then come around on the bottom. You know why we have 11 and 12 on the clock, because they're two separate numbers in the same slot. The hand comes into the 1 and goes out of the 12, back into the 1. 121, May 1st. The Illuminati number, 11 by 11. Let me see if I can give you a squeeze play and see what I've got. World canals, Suez Canal and the Panama Canal. I know we had problems in both. Okay, reasons for, how can I say it, the razor blade angle. There's a couple of reasons for the razor blade angle. One of the reasons is a pointer of direction. Okay, the other one could be the slant that holds the triangle into this wall, and here's the Suez Canal of the passing. Another one is what I call the feathers, that you can drive it in this way, but when you try to pull it out again, this side and this side, they'll have them on both sides. I'm going to just draw it down and show you. So you stick your pen in here, and you put it in, but you can't pull it out. I mean, you put it in this way, in it, and then you can't pull it out because of these teeth. They end up to be teeth. And there's a couple of more things. I mean, the Pepsi sign, I'm not final on it, okay? But it's more or less like some sort of baseball that it actually shows you, representing the world. Now, what are the songs of Pepsi and Coke? Because like I said, the only thing that's white in Pepsi and Coke are the bubbles. And the invisible burp that you get afterwards. You burp. What color was the burp? Get a gas mask next time. We'll actually burp and try and see what it actually is. What kind of spirit is leaving in a burp? Tilt my head to the side. Spirit goes in one ear, out the other ear. You know why? Because when the ear's like this, when your head is like this is the angle of the earth. Okay? This is also you're also 22-degree angle of you. The way I show you it is, I'm going to show it to you like this. The two types of men. 4 men and 2 men. Okay? Do you understand the block? So where were we at with this? Oh, I don't remember. Pretty much of a book, eh? You think you'll ever learn? Oh, this book never ends, don't you know? As long as I can push myself into it to do this every single day for the rest of my life, it'll be just like, well, hold on a second. It'll be like a soap opera. And at the end of my life, they'll hook me up on a jack, and they'll take me away, because I'm the jack man. Okay, let's stop fucking around. Okay, one of the words I really like is round. R-O-U-N-D, because N-D goes for the world of second N-D. Okay, Nostradamus, N-D. Why is it Nostradamus? Because damn the word of us, he knows. That's what I read into Nostradamus. Of course God told him shit. Of course God told him shit. And not only that, you know what God does? Well, I don't know if it's God, but it's that thing that's a, you know, they say, give me a higher self. Well, okay, that's the God, okay? You can put it any way you want. When Nostradamus thought, and he had an idea, he knew right away what that idea was. He knew if he was right or wrong. And he knew also that if he made a mistake, it would come back in his life again, and he knew he could correct it and see the second side if he missed it the first time. Round, the Knights of the Round Table. Round, what comes around, what goes around. The time clock goes around. We only see one day at a time around our clock. Would it be different if we looked at the clock and saw every single day and what minute it was and what second it was? Would it change our mind? Rounds. R-O-U. In short, sounds like a roux, which could be a kangaroo. It could be a street in French. Also, it could be the color of rust. And that's pretty much what it should be, the color of rust. The rust of the second world. And that's the color of the 7 and the 15 ball. In pull, notice the way they're 8 apart. 8 heaven. Still don't understand the complete reason. It could only be because the 8 corners of Rubik's Cube gives us a cube, point blank. 4 corners is one face, 8 is a whole. It means what's totality on the inside. 4 also stands for the egg. And there's a lot of other things. The reason for the eye, because it's like the barber's pole. It's like a ball joint. It's like a world. It's a swivel. It's like the way we move our legs. Everything is. Anyways, I bumped into something yesterday, and it was gray rocks. But no, it's not the ski hill. But I saw gray dust. It seems like every time I went to clean my car, the dust was coming out gray and brown. So all of a sudden it reminded me of Australia. And then I went on and I say, okay, what do they do in Australia different from us? And I didn't check very many things, but I found one thing. And I keep calling them the gray world because they're sort of in between something. I mean, even in their horse races, you know what I'm saying? If you go to South Africa, you see all those colors. It's so nice. But yet, it's the opposite. I mean, the one in Australia compared to starting at the gate or somewhere out there, they start on the opposite sides where one is no longer good anymore. Okay? Do you know why they do that? Check out Australia. Check out the other side of the world. They do that because every time you get to 7, 8, 9, you're actually getting to 3, 2, 1 from the other side. And that's why now in Australia, they switch everything to the other side. It matches the electricity of this world. It matches the motion of this world. It's all emotion. It's all just so perfect. It's been done over and over and over. And we've seen it over and over and over and over in mathematicians and science and movies and all over the place. It's insanity. Everybody knows the truth already. They just haven't put the puzzle together yet to expand it. We need to make it 3D. We have it already 1D. We have the complete story 1D. We don't need to know about the dinosaur bones. And like I said, dinosaur bones, check this one out. They never found one in my bedroom. Okay? There ain't a hell of a lot all over the world. I guarantee you. If dinosaurs were here, what happened during the Ice Age? Did everything get crushed, their bones and everything? But yet some stuff was preserved in the ocean, but yet, and the creatures came on to shore, and I'm trying to say, like, what fucking world are they from? Excuse me, I'm sorry for that swear, I'm sorry. Okay, where'd they come from, these dinosaurs? You know, my version of it is, the other version of the dinosaurs, okay, is when God exploded the Big Bang, okay, he was trying to crush the ice, remove the ice, make small particles. Well, when he did that, he had to bury shit in the sand, you know. So he buried a dragon here, and he buried some dinosaurs here, and he threw a couple of fish in the ocean. He got a couple of turtles. Then he drank a little bit of Red Bull, and he got a bigger idea. He says, you know what? I got to leave. He says, if I got to leave, who am I going to leave if I can't trust Steve? He says, leave Adam and Eve. Until Eve broke the rule, the law of trust, which brought the two sides of balance together. In order to break the law of Eve, there's a few ways. One is to have great war and love to come together in the first years of trust until the laws of Eve dissipate, and where the understanding of the good and the bad, okay, are more on a complete opposite angle rather than on the same formation. Another way to get rid of the law of Eve is for there to be more love in the world than evil. And I'm talking evil in the hearts. One person can destroy 1 million people's good. That's the way it goes in the balanced world right now. Okay, because when one is that evil, he controls many more that are evil. It's just automatic. So what happens right now, okay, is now that evil okay, has sunk, okay, and this one, good, has risen. But this is not what we want. We need the transfer of the side of evil. You see, when there's no side of evil, only the vision and understanding, now that we may have the passage, we take these two hands and we put them side by side, and now we're in between equality to the both sides of our hands. The evil that we now understand, the disbalance of the wanting the money and the wanting the evil, now seeing the new world, the new conscience world, a new vision of how the world actually should have been done, and this is the way it is. You want in or you want death, that's up to you. But here comes the new vision of the new world. And this is how partly of it is, that once this conforms and they become one, the hands of life have now connected together for a repetition of eternal life until you decide of your death do us apart. As we are joined only but what our two hands will do. I think of many bad things, and I wish to do many things, but I never will. I can't. I can't do wrong. What would be my ambition and gain if I do wrong? You do wrong once, and that's it. Then if you do it again, you did it twice, now you're a bad and wrong person. I mean, you can't just do it once, because then what's the fun? Okay, we had fun, but then tomorrow would be boring because we wouldn't be doing this shit again. I mean, it's retarded. You know, yeah, let's steal, let's this, let's that. Drive fast. You know, the kids, they got to understand, oh my God, you know what? They want to drive fast. We should get these big places, and if they have accidents and all this suing, everybody wants to sue everybody for money. That's out, my friends. That's out. The money grumbler is not going to be around. Those who are more towards, oh, you know what? Let's break it at this. Let me check out. Remember to wear a baseball cap. Remember your cap block, because people say you scream. They put the bottle under the cap. They capped it off. They went for a second round. The Knights of the Round Table. It only takes two, because it goes, and it just can't come back like this. But don't forget, everything in the universe is sort of forced on that angle. The earth is sort of forced on this angle. Okay, so when I told you before, the in one ear and out the other, because of this angle is pointed up towards, whether on one part of two parts of north, west, to where the bottom here is now pointing towards the south. So I'm getting from the soul of the earth, at the same time I'm getting from upstairs. Hey, Lord! Hold on a second. I think I got to call him with this thing. Let me see if I can get it. I can hear you, Lord. Send me down the message. It's vibrating. What are you saying? The final month of sanity, where all the wizards come out on the internet telling they foresee the future and the oncoming. Other Biblists and priests and preachers now come on to sell their stories as the end of the world in the last 3 months starts in 60 days upon the Yom Kippur Rosh Hashanah of 2012, 5773. The number of creation, the year comes. Thus, 5774, 5775. My stick will not stand. Okay, is that it? Show you one little world. This is the B world, the diamond. This is all about baseball. And here's the A world. Okay, it's got the X in it. The A world is the X. The B world is the O. The total is the 24th and the 15th letter, total 39, just like S&T, perfection. We're missing the pitcher's mound. Well, when this goes in here, it becomes the pitcher's mound, and it tells you the rest of the formation of the field of play that you are in. Don't forget, everything has to be rainbowed, because if it's not rainbowed, you run into the world that's in between. The middle is in between. We must give space. We must create space for this world. We must go around. The energy cells that come in to power the two worlds All of these are two worlds, because no matter which way I go, it's a two world. But this is a 3 by 2 world, makes 6. This is a 2 by 2 world, makes 4. This is a 2 by 4 world, makes 8. This is 1, 3, 6, 9. The 6 is in between. 3 by 3 makes the 9. Works in perfection. 3, 3, 3 is 9, trinity. The one with 9 is 10. The average is 5. With the center, 5 makes 15 omega. This angle also makes 15 omega. The total is 30 for the number of creation. Pan, nap, ama. All different kinds of hidden clothes, claws. But I can't know too much because it's only a couple of years that I'm actually, I can't even see it's a year, basically. I've been into it 7 years. But you could never possibly decode anything unless you put it all down, all this information, and I bet you we come up with all kinds of stuff. There's always a beginning. Just a dream. What else is there? There's so many things. Oh no, that's not it. I just want to show you one other thing. Wow. Oh, this one here. Trying to show you the picture, but I got something in the way. It's a clam. Hey, how do you look at it? WV, it means life. Why does a clam's lips say life? Why is it like it's doing that? Is it because it's the pearl in the clam, the story of the pearl in the clam, okay, that connects our brain? Maybe our mind is in the pearl. You never know. Maybe God only leaves us the extra, and He comes down and He swoops them up, and He makes them come down. But you know what God does to pearls? This is not a dream, just a thought. I always had a thought that if you froze sperm, they would turn into pearls. Then you can sell them, but you'd have to sell them anyways. But you never know. Maybe God does need some stuff to do it here. Maybe that's what we do need. Anyways, under the hidden secret of the light, I'm going to have a cigarette. I thank you. Do you like my 10 card? Right, you can turn it this way if you want. See? This is the love of life. This is what it's all about. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. The 6 worlds. And everybody joins in the 7 worlds. And then what you do with this card, okay, what you do with this card, see the way it's 1, 2, and 1, 2? Do you ever see the horse? Do you know the horse in chess? Have you ever played chess? Well, the horse in chess, the only place it can be played is to start off on the 9th place, starting from go, which is still the blue property, okay, just before the corner. It must start before every corner, and it cannot go more than 2 past any corner, because it must be 2 forward and 1 to the right, or 1 forward and 2 to the right. So that's what the horse does. So every piece of chess can now be put onto the Monopoly board, along with the checker boards, that when you king, some of the checkers have engraves in it that when you put it, they stick together, so they turn together as one. Raphael 7286. What the hell do I know? April 1st again, eh? Today's April 1st. No. Well, my grandmother's birthday's in 3 days. She's going to be 98. 98. Twice my age. I can't wait to see her in 10 years from now. Oh, that would be so exciting. See, you have something to look forward to? If I can see my grandmother in 10 years, it means I'm still alive. Okay, let's leave it at that. Enough jokes. Oh, you want me to start over again? Well, we made 24 minutes. You want me to do it all over again? You don't want to save it? Just for once? Tell them, what do you want me to tell the people? This is my 1,160 or 61st video. What else do you want me to tell them? Thank you for those who watched. Sorry for those who missed it. Now their life is in a crisis. Oh, you didn't want me to say that? Oh, you wanted me to choose one or the other? Oh, but not put them together? That's pretty sick, eh? Can I do this alone? Usually I do this alone. Nobody ever comes and interrupts me. If I want any help, let me get help from the people, the sad and sorry people who watch this crap. Okay? If they're going to say anything, I got to have feelings for them. Because, putting up with like 25 minutes? Holy crap. I pay everybody to listen to me. Guys, I feel sorry for you guys. I'm only kidding. I just want to know one thing. Y, X, or O? What other letters fit here that actually can give you a formation of something? The only one we're missing here is the V, because it's right here, and the 1, because this is not how these started. There were 5 sticks. That's all there were. They started with 4 or 5 sticks, and that was it. Okay? And they went from there, because that's what the numbers are all about. Anyways, I'm going to let this go. I babble on. I hate it. You know, this was a fantastic video up to the 3rd minute, and it was not bad up to the 5th minute. When I got to the 9th minute, I couldn't figure out which world I was in. Now that we're at the 26th minute, I think I spoke 20 minutes too long. But still, I stand out. Raphael, 7286. And I got to show you this picture because I love this picture. Those are my pictures. To my friends, Raphael, 70.